Sorry for the delay. Just had to get some tea and didn't really know when the players were going to be in here and ready to go. But we're here. We're ready. Welcome back, everybody, into our Ravencourt Team League. Ravencourt Team League, we're in our second best of 5 of the day. We're over in the upper bracket semifinals. Still, we have Adventures scripted by Hopaka on the left-hand side. We'll be seeing Vinland Raiders on the right. This, as I mentioned, is a best of 5 series. No tournament shenanigans, no Meta Madness rules, no tournament baseline bans, no fun bingo extravaganzas. That'll be next weekend on Sunday. Speaking of weekend, tomorrow, by the way, will be 2 best of 5s and a best of 7 grand finals. Tomorrow is the end of the Ravencourt Team League tournament. So, fun stuff to be had. We already have a Maev, Diablo, Sylvanas, and Blaze band away. Johanna will be the first pick on the left-hand side, as we get a Hogger Chromie on the right. Okay. So, good burst damage, good setup as well. Nice stun ability from Hogger. Chromie with burst and poke as well. This is Infernal Shrines map number 1. They do, but it's on a wall, and so I would have to search for... Oh! So yeah, the Sidelis, from my understanding, they try and put the mugs back in the same hooks, so whenever you go in, it's like, I'm number 69, and like, typically it's in the exact same spot, so... That's why I was wondering, like, why would you have the extra step? But that makes sense. I mean, hey, it's easier to catch it on the wall. Map bans, by the way. Battlefield of Eternity and Sky Temple banned out by Vinland Raiders. Dragonshire and Tomb of the Spider Queen banned out by the side of Adventures scripted by Hopaka, which means we could get a Braxis game. This is, as I mentioned, a best of 5, map number 1, and Johanna Brightwing Genji on the left-hand side, Hogger Chromie on the right. Dahaka will be banned away. I don't hate that ban. Of course, another Genji game. Of course. Why wouldn't we get another Genji game? Doesn't everyone love seeing the same hero repeatedly played? It's so amazing. That's why it's the best game ever, everybody. That's why everyone loves Heroes of the Storm so much. The meta is so intricate and so diverse. Oh, bandwise on the left-hand side, we're seeing a variant removed. It makes sense with the Chromie. Point-click stun with Chromie burst as well. Most of the time, my tab is labeled as green handle. Oh, green handle's here! Makes it easy for the bartenders. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. When I was in the kitchen, I was thinking... So Kel is sending me a care package, and one of the things in the care package is some new barbecue sauce. I was literally in the kitchen, I was like, we have a tournament on Sunday next... we have, like, streaming in the morning, and then I have, like, free afternoon for both days, like, Saturday and Sunday. So I was like, next weekend's the perfect weekend to do some ribs. Oh, I'm excited. I haven't done barbecue in a couple of months now, I feel. Last time I did pulled pork, and that was like a month ago. Leoric will be picked up. Still needs some more damage. Hanzo.
I will not be denied.
Wow. Oh my god. Are we going to make it through an entire draft with no Hanzo pick? What? We already got a Genji, so it's not that crazy. I do like the Gul'dan quite a bit. Good wave clear, good shrine clear. Wonderful control with the Horrify as well. Last pick on the right-hand side, though, they have the Enduin. They could look for something that dives in to be able to utilize a Light Bomb onto that target. Like a Greymane's not a bad idea, unless he's been banned away. Kerrigan will be picked up here. She'll be ravaging into Infernal Shrines map number 1. Okay. Not a bad draft from either side. I do like the draft of Adventure scripted by Hopaka a little bit more. I like the Gul'dan a lot more than the Chromie, but we'll have to see. The burst potential is extremely high for Vinland Raiders, though. Let's get into the game and start a prediction. Thank you, Ashmantle. We are ready to go. Map number 1 in our second best of 5 of the day. Thank you, everyone, for being here and hanging out. I appreciate you. And we got our teams loaded in. Let's introduce. Right side, we've got Vinland Raiders with a Hogger. Skog playing, or Sven Hogger. We have a Skog, Garrosh, Death Knight Anduin, Nano Chromie, and Ultralisk will be, yay indeed, Ultralisk will be on the Kerrigan. Left-hand side of the map is going to be the crew of Adventure scripted by Hopaka. Mai playing Leoric, Marielle on Gul'dan, Hopaka playing Johanna, Ren on Brightwing, and Lim to play Genji. No one is going to utilize the map Easter egg. Unfortunate. A little unfortunate. Consume Vitality, we've got Chaotic Energy for our Gul'dan, Groundbreaker, Warbreaker for our Garrosh as he picks up one Warbreaker stack. Kerrigan with Fury of the Swarm, Deep Breathing for our Chromie, Even-Handed Blessing, as well as the Hyper Shift for Brightwing, which is going to get nerfed in the upcoming patch. Genji's going to go into Agile Dismount, which I believe gives the spell armor and... No, it's just cooldown reduction, right, and slow. Cooldown reduction and slow. Johanna steps into bottom lane. Kerrigan looking for the combo. No connection onto the enemies. Maybe some damage as a Garrosh Groundbreaker will pick up a stack. Hogger almost going down in mid lane, but he will not get dove on enough. Speaking of dive, Kerrigan ravages in onto Genji. Lands the combo. The Soothing Mist activates in time. Chromie trying to chase in as well. Another Ravage, this time onto the Brightwing, but she's to the safety of her side of the map as Ultralisk rotates back down into the mid to bottom double soak rotation. Johanna anchoring, but this is going to be a little sketchy if she gets caught out here. A little harassment right now. Time trap out from Chromie. She has Adhoral Anomaly level 4, which is going to be more time traps available. Also, cooldown reduction change on that as well. Brightwing phase shifts in. We have a Primal Grasp Impale attempt, but nothing to pull. And this invade into the camp is looking good. Garrosh steps onto the point. Chastise from the Anduin on the right side of the wall, throwing out Divine Stars and heals as well. Genji has to Swift Strike away. The camp will not be stolen out. Leoric is able to Wraith Walk in time. Hogger with a bounce. Johanna being pressured. Oh, Genji gets to flex 79 HP. He's able to get away as Chromie picks up a stack or two more on Deep Breathing and all of this. 5 stacks of 20 on her Dragon's Breath. What do we have for our gamble? Whoa! 4,000 to 12,000. You like to see it. Mortar Punisher will be our first Punisher of the map. Oh, that tea is way too hot. I literally just went and got it, but I was like, we can take a sip in the downtime. Nope, that stuff that is still scalding hot. Chaotic Energy build for our Gul'dan continues with the life funnel the health funnel at level 4. Chromie, of course, getting her talents early. Here at level 5, she'll be picking up the Morbius Loop, which is very synergistic with the level 1. She's scaling up that damage. It's damage scaling and cooldown reduction, right? Or mana reduction. Reduce the cooldown by 4 and mana cost from 65 to 40. So, yes. Alright, so Genji in bottom. Body blocking, pressuring Ultralisk. Doesn't get a kill. Over in top lane, Leoric he's doing fine in front of the fort front gate here. Objective phase number 1 has spawned. Hogger's already starting to work on this. Looks like he's not going to go for the spin setup. There's a sort of rectangular spin you can do here, as you see the box that I made. Garrosh still soaking up things in mid. 7 talent here, half a level to go for both sides. Neither team has found a kill, but maybe. Death Knight can land a Chastise onto this Leoric. He's thrown out of position. The auto attacks are enough, and First Blood does go over the side of Vinland Raiders. Mortar Punisher grab for top lane. Siege now begins. Jump is going to be denied, or at least pulled, by Johanna's Iron Skin. Little Anduin heals coming out. More poke from Chromie. Garrosh stepping up as well, looking for another Groundbreaker, Warbreaker stack. Does have 10 of 15 already. Another jump from the Punisher, but hold on, Sven. Gets the ally toss out. Johanna looking to step up. There's a Drain Hope onto Skog here. No level 8 yet for Chromie, so she doesn't have Temporal Loop or Slowing Sands. The first Punisher gets about 50% of the fort, but it did take down the entire gate, so that's a nice achievement on the side of Vinland Raiders. A little Ganymede on the ground right there. It is going to be Temporal Loop level 10 for Chromie. Gul'dan continues to work through those globe stacks on the Chaotic Energy, 7 out of 15. Garrosh finds another stack on Warbreaker. Temporal Loop onto somebody here. Johanna is pulled back into the team fight. Her Iron Skin expiring just before that pull happens. And Ultralisk low, trying to build some assimilation shields. Genji has the kill. 1-to-1 in kill so far. Johanna lands a big condemn, but is so very low. Genji comes through with a Swift Strike. Brightwing and Leoric get the kills onto Kerrigan, Chromie, and Garrosh as Anduin falls to the Johanna. A quick quadra kill for the side of Adventures, scripted by Holpaka. That was so insanely late, Stream Deck. I pushed that button like 4 seconds ago. Alright, anyways. Arcane Punisher, Holpaka? Arcane Punisher will be in bottom lane next. Oh, I know what Holpaka was just doing there. That was fancy. That was really fancy. So, Impalers, I believe, lock onto structures. So, Holpaka was making sure that the Impalers had a heroic target and then waited for the minion wave to come through the wall or the gate, and that way the Impalers would then target onto the minions rather than the structure of the fort front gate. That was actually brilliant. That was quite brilliant. Little damage denial right there. At least that's how I interpreted it. Oh, no, 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 Sven. No, not like this. No, no. Red wants the kill and is not going to be able to get it. Oh. Oof. No! Hogger! Oh, that was a series of unfortunate events for the side of adventure scripted by Holpaka. That was such a blunder in top lane onto Sven. Youch. All right, well, 56 stacks on Shuriken Mastery for Genji. Did Hogger get polymorphed into a tiny Hogger? No. So this is the monkey skin for Brightwing, and all the polymorphs are the, you know it's like the monkey with the cymbals clapping. That's what the polymorph is. So it's just that little clapping cymbal monkey thing. This skin has a unique polymorph animation. Ultralisk is getting the light bomb, but is still just trying to back away. Gul'dan and Garrosh will be traded here 1-for-1 as the phase shift comes through. The time trap onto 2 enemies, but no follow-up outside of a Divine Star maybe getting some damage. Witness me! What's up, Still? How you doing, bud? Happy Saturday to you. Happy Saturday to everybody. Hogger with a spin. Genji Swift strikes in, looking for more damage. Gul'dan up in a few seconds, so is Garrosh. Chromie level 1 is done with that deep breathing. Holpaka trying to maneuver out of this engagement. There's no bottom lane fort to retreat to. Ultralisk is getting very low. Brightwing trying to get some triggers onto her trait to get that healing to proc a little bit faster around this Johanna. The phase shift actually goes onto the Genji here. Objective phase will be picked up by the side of Vinland Raiders as a Warlord challenge activates. I don't think it connected onto anyone. Brightwing trying to get out of this alive, and I think Genji may go down as well. Gul'dan with a nice little drain. I believe his level 7 is going to give a bit of a slow onto enemy heroes, and that allowed Genji to back away. That 40% slow helps out a bit. Augur trying to chase down Johanna in top lane. Does Sven have a spin? No, he's going to look for just the minion wave soak. Okay. You didn't know? Yeah, I'll try and see if I can find a Brightwing polymorph. But yeah, the monkey skin doesn't do pig, squirrel, or crab. It is the monkey with the symbols. Also, this skin is what nightmares are made of. This skin is what nightmares are made of. Alright, let's see what we got here. Genji jumps in, Swift Strike on to Garrosh as he tosses Genji away and lands the Groundbreaker. There you go, there's the polymorph. Kind of hard to see with all of the other animations around it, but maybe you could have seen it a bit better there. Garrosh does go down, bottom lane kill will happen, and our next objective phase is Frozen Punisher in the mid lane. That'll probably be up around 12 minutes in-game time, maybe a little bit before that, but still a few moments to go until we'll have our next objective spawning, so this will be more siege, more camps, and such to be grabbed. Experience is still coming through. 6-6 in kills. Slight experience advantage over to the side of adventures scripted by Holpaka, our blue team, aka Ash. You're on vacay on an island drinking coffee, watching the water and hots. Life is good. Well, happy vacation to you, my friend. Enjoy, enjoy. If you're in my Discord, I'd love to see photos if you'd like to share. If not, it's always understandable. Alright, sorry, just getting a little bit more tea now that's cooling off a bit here. We have top left camp being delayed. I think they're waiting for the objective a little bit here. No, they're just delaying it out a bit. A little bit more minion pressure into top lane applied. Gul'dan will soak out. Mid lane, 70 stacks, by the way, on the Sharpened Blades for Kerrigan. Time stop onto Johanna, but she gets Iron Skin activated before Kerrigan's combo comes through. Leoric with a Wraith Walk in. 16 talents here on both sides. Good Entomb onto Garrosh. The Leap of Faith is still going to go through after the time stop does expire here. Big Light Bomb from Anduin. A Brightwing with a phase shift in as well, helping out this engagement, but it's a Leap of Faith again onto Skog. He lives this time. No Kaimo Cleanse. He still goes down at the end of it all. Marielle is going to clear out the Anduin health bar with a Fell Flame to the face. Ultralisk now looking to try and get some sort of counter kill for the allies. The Wraith Walk from Leoric, as he does have the ominous Wraith Royal Focus combination 13-16. The big thing is that ominous Wraith. Ooh, Genji, you playing with some sand right there, bud. Oh. Okay. So yeah, the Ominous Wraith here, contact with enemy heroes deals 50% less damage for 4 seconds, and the Royal Focus is that big skeletal swing cooldown reduction on your Wraith Walk, as we currently have our Frozen Punisher up and available. Look at that, 12 minutes, 30 seconds in-game time. Wowee. Okay, so 20 Skeletal Defenders. Toss, Warlord Challenge, Chastise. Phase Shift from Light Bomb, or excuse me. Phase Shift from Brightwing. There's a Light Bomb and all of that as well. Leoric does go down. The timeout from Chromie allows her to live, and actually it's Genji Leoric to go down. Kerrigan now ravaging in. Shockwave all the way at the end will connect onto Brightwing, but I think Holpaka is not going to be able to live much longer. There was a toss. There was an ally toss into the fray onto Kerrigan to keep the pressure going, and triple kill picked up by the side of Vinland Raiders. This is a really nice back and forth in this best of 5. Definitely does not feel one-sided. 9-9 in kills, almost level 20 on both sides. Let's get going here, team. This is looking like we're going to have a really fun series. Hopefully a series that goes the distance. And by the way, this is not the last best of 5 of the day. We still have one more best of 5 after this, the lower bracket semifinal. Loser of this goes up against the loser of our first best of 5 of the day. If you'd like to know what the bracket and such looks like, you can use exclamation bracket, get you over to the Liquipedia, and just scroll down towards the bottom, because that's where we are in the playoffs. Temporal Loop onto Leoric. He is definitely dead. No, he gets the phase shift from Brightwing. He's still dead. Still dead. What's up, Vita? Good to see you, bud. Happy Saturday to you. Kerrigan goes fishing. No one at the end of that line. More pokes from our Chromie over the keep front gate. The Punisher below 50%. Will it lock down the keep here? Warlord challenge from Garrosh attempted, but the Iron Skin denies that. The Orc doing his best to cheat death and get back into this engagement as quickly as possible. Also providing vision to the allies around. Light Bomb onto the Kerrigan as she dives over to the wall. That's going to be a deletion of Genji. Horrified from Gul'dan doesn't save. And now Ultralisk is going to tank a tower shot or two. Leorc will respawn, but Genji picked off. It still is 4v5 favoring the members of Vinland Raiders. Good damage onto Garrosh here. Leorc gets thrown out of position once again. Has that Wraith Walk. That ominous Wraith with the damage reduction allows him to be able to back away. Gul'dan with crazy good damage. He's got, no, he doesn't actually. I thought he had Ruinous Affliction, but not the pickup whatsoever. He just really just landed all three hits on the Corruption, and then just had that immediate drain hope, or drain life. Hey, thank you, Still. I appreciate that, bud. Thanks for joining the Discord, and looking forward to the photos after this game. Yeah, my next vacation is tentatively... Well, actually, not tentatively. My next vacation that I have scheduled is in October. I'm going to head back to Michigan for about a week. I'll be going to see my parents. We'll do the early holiday stuff. You know, just like Christmas dinner in November. You might be like, but Bahamut, what about Thanksgiving? No one in my family cares about Thanksgiving. Sorry. Back into it, we had a slight little mic issue from Skog, apparently. They needed the ASMR. So they fixed their mic issue. We're back into the game. Thank you all for the patience and the slight pause that we had. A lot shorter than the one from earlier. Yeah, but then you're in Michigan. That's true. Turkey is best leftover turkey soup. I will say this. Leftover turkey from Thanksgiving makes the most bomb-ass sandwiches. But I also think that's because you also have other things from Thanksgiving that you can throw on the sandwich. Like, you can put a little bit of stuffing in there, and then you can, like, put some gravy in the sandwich as well. Oh. That's actually... I will say this. I don't care too much for Thanksgiving turkey and stuff. What I do love is Thanksgiving gravy. Oh, I can just take shots of that. Kerrigan ravages in, lands a nice combo into Holpaka. The Ultralisk is summoned as well from Ultralisk, and Holpaka is gonna have a beach day taken down by Chromie as our Mortar Punisher is going to be summoned here in bottom lane, and things are looking good for Vinland Raiders to take map number 1, this best of 5, but we'll have to see what happens with this Punisher push. The superior Thanksgiving dish is cream corn. Yeah. Turkey, stuffing, and some gravy on the sandwich, or maybe even some gravy on the side to dip your sandwich into. That combination is absolutely stellar. Canned or homemade cranberry sauce? Neither. I don't care for either of them, to be honest. Cranberry sauce is whatever. As I said, we don't, like... I did not grow up in a traditional American home. Like, we didn't really ever care for Thanksgiving. Like, the first time I had cranberry sauce was when I was, like, maybe 13 years old. I remember we went over to my parents' friend's house, and they had a big Thanksgiving. And that was the first time we had, like, proper Thanksgiving. I know when I was super young, my dad made a turkey, and pretty much everyone in the house was like, I'd rather have schnitzel or sausage. Either way, Punisher continues to push in through the bottom lane. The mid lane keeps to get taken down. We have Kerrigan with a light bomb jumping onto this. Leorc, the shockwave does not connect. The Entomb with the Buried Alive will expire. Genji trying to get out of all of this. He's going to be pulled back in with a temporal loop. He X strikes away, but the stuck in a loop is going to pull him back in. It's a double kill onto Genji and Brightwing. The Punisher has expired, but with 2 dead, this is looking like it's going to actually be 3 dead. Leorc on the right side of our screen falls to Ultralisk. We will have Johanna delaying things out. The core shielding has already been dropped. And this is Vinland Raiders setting up for victory on map number 1. Kerrigan with the Sonic shift in. Gul'dan is the target. Oh, Johanna tried to get into the Hall of Storms, and she's not able to do so. Hogger breaking the game really quickly, able to spin in the Hall of Storms. Skog wants the pentakill, and we'll see if he can get it before the game ends. Core shielding and such has already been dropped, but the core will fall, and that is map number 1 over to the side of Vinland Raiders. There's a Thanksgiving sub around November, turkey stuffing gravy, cranberry sauce on a hoagie roll. That sounds great. That sounds absolutely great. So, after that batch, I had given some to my neighbor, and so the next day I was out having a drink with him in the street while we were running the dogs, and he's like, "By the way, can I give you $10 and you can just make me a loaf like whenever I want?" I was like, $10 a loaf is kind of expensive. He's like, I paid $9 at the farmer's market and it's not as good as yours. So I might have a little side business of making some focaccia bread for my neighbors in the future. Like, he was already like, he's like, dude, you start making it for me and then you make it for some other friends, and I'm like, whoa, I don't know if I have that much time to make that much dough, but either way. Let's get back into it. We're going to Towers of Doom for map number 2. We're heavy on the food discussion today, and who cares? That's the fun part about the stream. We talk about food, and Heroes of the Storm happens to be on in the background while we do so. But this is going to be Towers of Doom for our map number 2. The members of Adventures scripted by Holpaka will opt in for first pick priority. This means the map choice came out from Vinland Raiders. We have a Maev, Dahaka, Sylvanas, and Blaze ban. What will be the first pick on the left-hand side? It's too early to be talking about food like this. I'm on a 48-hour fast. I mean, Foo Fighter, I love you, bud, but you kind of set yourself up for failure by coming into the stream today. I've literally been talking like. I like, it was an hour and a half ago, I was like, man, you know what sounds really good? Cider and donuts, and we've just been on food since then. Jahan on the left-hand side will be your first pickup, though. Good setup here, good shield glare, delay around the objective phasing. Junkrat is up and available, and Junkrat's fantastic for this map. Steel traps in the bush, poke around the objective phasing. It is a good way to push back the Diablo who wants to shadow charge in. Brightwing, of course, will be picked up as well for Vinland Raiders, but I'd love to see like a healer and the Junkrat picked up here. So it looks like it'll be Johanna, Hogger, and Chromie. Okay, so looking for the artillery on the left-hand side. How about a nice glass of water with some electrolytes? Tahoe's got the best water in the United States. That's a fact. You can Google it. We have the highest purity rating in our water. Our tap water, like, there's literally stickers on, like, there's a whole, like, sticker thing, like, out here that people have on their car where it says drink Tahoe tap. They actually, our city just recently banned single-use plastic bottles because the water's so freaking good out of the tap. Like, our city banned single-use plastic, which is awesome. There's a lot of litter in our town. Typically, there's so much litter around 4th of July, it makes national news. Sometimes it makes worldwide news. Like, last year, there was, like, a few thousand pounds of trash that was picked up. Falstad and Tracer will be banned away. So with the Diablo on this right side, what do they want to grab? They could look for a Genji. It's Towers of Doom. Lost Vikings isn't a bad pickup, but I don't think you want it this early on. I think you kind of want to pick it in that last slot. Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. They're going to go ahead and pick up Lost Vikings. Yeah, people do Foo Fighter. And that, like, I've said this before, I giggle to myself internally whenever I see people with, like, a case of water at the grocery store. I'm like, 1, you're a tourist. 2, you're an idiot. But, like, and to their defense, I was actually talking to I made this statement with around my neighbor, and he goes, to be fair, though, a lot of people come out of, like, Sacramento, San Francisco, and the tap water there is very not good. But it's like, I don't know, it's just one of those things. But yeah, People still buy, like, they'll go to the grocery store and they'll buy, like, the giant thing of, like, it's like Arrowhead, I think is the brand or whatever, but there's like a giant jug of water that people will buy still, and it's like, why? Li Ming will round out the draft. You have an Uther Greyman on the left-hand side, but the Lost Vikings are going to be exciting to see here. I did buy a can of beer for my hike, but also brought it back in 3 pieces of litter I found because I'm not a dick. Oh yeah, I mean, like, I'll take 2 beers to the beach with me, but I bring them back home. It's not hard to pick up after yourself. We're all adults. Alrighty, which team wins Towers of Doom? Get your Twitch predictions in. So you can still drink from the hose like when you were a kid? Up here? Yeah. I mean, I drink out of the tap. I drink out of the tap. Like, whenever I fill my water bottle and stuff like that, it's just, I don't even use the fridge water thing anymore. There's no point. There's really no point. I mean, the tap water is just as good, if not better. Right side of the map for Towers of Doom, map number 2, in our second best of 5 of the day. We've got a Sven, Olaf, Balog, and Eric, the Lost Vikings, Nano Genji, Death Knight, Brightwing, Ultralisk, Li Ming, and Skog Diablo. Left side is going to be a dead body on the ground. Anyways, we have adventure scripted by Holpaka, Marielle playing your Chromie, Ren on the Uther, Mai on the Hogger, Holpaka playing Johanna, and that'll be a Lim Greymane. I was up near Tahoe last fall in Truckee for a weekend with your friends. The water's so good, plus the general area is amazing and beautiful. Oh yeah, Truckee's gorgeous. Truckee is absolutely gorgeous. So it's an old mining town, if I remember correctly. At least down, like, old Truckee. Because there's technically new and old Truckee, but, yeah. I had friends visiting around Memorial Day, and quite literally when they all visited, I was like, just so you know, the tap water is absolutely amazing, and you should drink it. And then one of my friends quite literally was like, holy shit, Bahamut, like, the tap water's, like, tasty. And that's the difference, like, literally, the tap water, it has, like... My mom always says that you can taste the minerals, Christopher. Alright, well, we have First Blood. It's going to be a Vikings, not a full kill, but still. It's going to be some experience. 73 experience, the little Eric kill. Right side camp will be invaded by the members of Adventure scripted by Holpaka. Looking to go aggressive in the early game here. You're near Donner Lake. Yeah. Whenever you're around Donner, you want to make sure you have enough gas to get home. If you look up there was some cannibalism in the United States back in the 1800s. There was a wagon group that was passing over Donner Pass, and they got stuck in an insane snowstorm and had to eat each other. Hence the Donner Party. So that's why, like, people will quite literally make jokes down here like, oh, I'm gonna go head up over to Donner Pass to do a hike. It's like, oh, do you bring in napkins with you? Sappers are gonna be fed into the bottom lane, fort front gate. More arcane orbs are being rocketed out by Ultralisk to try and push back the enemies, but it does not seem like it is dissuading the crew of adventures scripted by Holpaka just yet. First objective phase will be triple altar as always, top, left, and right, and of course we'll have our RNG location at the center. Genji dives in, almost gets punished for it, and there's the triple altar phase announcement. Skog, another kill, this time a full kill over to the side of Adventure scripted by Holpaka with a kill onto that Diablo, nicely done. Li Ming able to avoid that Sam blast from Chromie. Mitch Hedberg actually has a joke about the Donner Party, and I honestly, I didn't get it until I moved out here, and I learned about that whole thing. Mitch Hedberg has a whole joke, like it's actually like a sly joke that he gets in there. He's like, Donner Party is 6. We'll have traded shots, at least through mid and top right, but there was that kill onto Hogger from Genji. Diablo initiates back onto this Greymane, who's able to roll away, has the Inner Beast active. One Viking on the left-hand side is going to get a couple autos thrown into him. Scope, though, he's got his spell shield activated. He'll be able to back away. Greymane polymorphed into a crab. Shadow Charge by Diablo, overpowered into Oblivion as Liebling gets a reset. Oh my god, chat, I read on Reddit that Calamity's not good by some Redditors, and I can't believe it that Ultralist took it. That's the reason Ultralist just died, is because Reddit said Calamity's not good. 23 stacks for our Chromie on the Piercing Sand, or the once again the first time. Looks like Viking Globe stack is not tracking properly. They currently have 14 globes, so this number right over here is not correct if you are curious. All right, we have 1,300 to 18,000, so, wow, no real big believers in Adventure scripted by Hopaka. Condemned from Johanna as Diablo overpowered Johanna into this engagement. A Brightwing phase shift in. Hogger with a pretty decent bounce. Staggering blow into the wall. Overpower from Diablo, but he's locked in a time loop. And he does go down to Chromie. Sven takes one Sandblast. That's the 29th stack for Chromie's once again the first time. And Sven going to try and pull to the left-hand side, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be... displacing the enemies, I guess is a good way to put it. Still trying to get the sapper in, but it is cleared away. That laugh is from the boss, as it's 5 minutes into our map. We're going to be having 10 Talonteers at the top of your screen in a moment. Chromie, of course, already has her 10 with the Temporal Loop. But let's go ahead and see what our other stats look like while we're waiting for Heroics to pop up at the top of your screen. Double objective phase coming up right now, 36 to 32 in core HP, favoring the members of Adventure scripted by Hopaka. Hogger in top lane. He is scouted by Sven with the Olaf in the bush. Will bounce. Olaf steps out. No staggering blow available. It was just used. Does get the stun, gets the camp. Maybe gets the rundown on this this Olaf here. And he's going to double back here for a second. Staggering blow into the wall finds the kill. Speaking of kills, Uther does go down in the bottom lane. Genji trying to pop off right now as the Condemn pulls him back in. And he'll be picked off by the Nexus forces, actually. Uther Ghost Heals are going to expire as he was picked off. Diablo tries to reinitiate as we do have the first, or the center location channeled by Eric here. And now 4 shots, 8 shots maybe going in. Greymane decides it's better not to keep advancing. But unfortunately, Brightwing comes through with a polymorph. He's turned into a pig, and he will be sent to the slaughterhouse. Greymane going down, 8 shots into the core, 28 to 32, as Vinland Raiders start to pull ahead in map number 2 in this best of 5 series. Alright, Ultralisk will Hearth out. We've got our Hogger here in mid, just going to be soaking up safely. Genji with a little bit of poke onto the wave. Diablo uses a minion to Shadow Charge to safety. Thought he was going to initiate onto the Hogger, but not the case whatsoever. Jumping from Genji, picking up some more Shuriken stacks on his Shuriken Mastery. A Viking goes down off screen, no big deal on that one. Vikings have died a few times so far, 1.25 times, so that's 5 deaths for the Vikings. Ironskin denies the shove from Diablo as he Shadow Charges in. Phase shift from Brightwing, a Curse Bullet from Greymane, I don't think it connected. Lightning Breath activated by Diablo, slowing down Johanna. She also is polymorphed, but she has her life threatened, and that's really about it. Another Overpower, another Fire Stomp. Soul to Flame was the level 4 pickup. Full Souls currently for Diablo. Temporal Loop from Chromie forces out the X-Strike from Genji. Iron Skin, Divine Shield actually applied to this Johanna as she's trying to back out of bottom lane. Stun onto this Diablo. Curse Bullet, Greymane goes out. Now our third objective phase, I believe, of this map is going to be spawning single altar in the bottom of the map as the right side camp is going to be grabbed. But maybe an invade. Johanna steps up, gets polymorph. They're going to look at the Greymane. He activates Deflect, Swift Strikes to the allies. Gets a blink heal from Brightwing as Diablo lands a Shadow Charge onto Hopaka here. More Soul to Flame stacks, or more Eternal Flame stacks. Oh, it's just Fire Stomp, sorry. More Fire Stomp stacks for Diablo, or talents. Dense Blasting Powder, getting some more Easy Throw Dynamite to be summoned here. Overpower from Diablo onto the Uther. He's going to be met with a stun. Wave of Light level 1 for Uther is completed. Sapper Camp cleared away. Sven steps out with a Olaf and gets delayed once by Uther. Hopaka maybe with a Shield Glare in here. Hopaka, Condemn. All right, Condemn will get it. Sko getting low. They're trying to reset the Diablo souls. They will be able to do so. Oh, never mind. They won't be able to do so. Li Ming's about to pop off. Nano. Oh, Nano goes in with the X-Strike, gets stunned by the Uther, and Sven will get the channel on this objective. I can't believe it. I thought the members of Adventure scripted by Hopaka were going to be able to turn this around, but so much focus on Diablo, and he doesn't go down at the end. I lied to chat. 38 regeneration globes for our Vikings, if you are curious. I believe it's 0.5 per, so yeah. All right, Center Altar coming up next. Li Ming will continue with her teleport build. Level 13 Illusionist. But 16s are just about here. 10 to 7 in kills, and map number 2 is starting to unfold in favor of Vinland Raiders. Diablo Shadow charges in. Genji's a little far away. Li Ming with some artillery from the low side of this wall. Ren getting burninated by the Diablo Lightning Breath. X-Strike from Genji looking to take down Lim on the Greymane and will be able to do so. No, the Ghost Heals, were they just enough? And they absolutely were. Ghost Uther will expire, and he did save that Greymane. Bless Shield from the Johanna, Soothing Mist from Brightwing to answer that. Swift Strike back into the mix, and Nano finds the kill. Li Ming is getting reset after reset as she blinks in. Wave of Force. Lim is shadow charged into the wall. A lone Hogger in mid lane is going to continue to soak things up, but that is a massive, massive unfortunate moment for the side of Adventure scripted by Hopaka. They had a good start to this map number 2, but it's just fading. That early game, couple kills, momentum, it's all falling away as the bottom left bell tower will go over to the left-hand side. After this objective phase, and actually in about a minute, we're going to be seeing the center teleport open up, and all structures will upgrade from fort value to keep value. 19 to 32 in core HP as I snipe another bot. Augur, maybe he gets a staggering blow. There's a large and in charge from Olaf, level 16. Does get that 1 second stun. And the nice thing is, I don't know if I can... Oh, wait, hold on. Condemn from Johanna. They're looking... Oh, Greymane! He tries to jump in and gets pulled in by a really interesting interaction right there. Johanna overpowered, trying to back away. 360 Lightning Breath. Iron Skin will expire. Divine Shield does apply. And it's 16 to 18 in our levels. Even talent tiers as Hogger gets a bounce away. Unfortunately, Ren on this Uther. He gets the double stun, and he goes down. Team fights are just not going the way of Adventure scripted by Hopaka. Curse Bullet does go out. Greymane lunges in, and they do get the kill onto Diablo. Temporal Loop onto the Death Knight. That might be a nice double kill. They'll take down a Viking on top of all of that. Sappers, meanwhile, in bottom lane may get fed in by Sven. He's trying to get this minion wave cleared out as quickly as possible. There is a chase a little bit onto Genji Li Ming, but they won't be able to find it. And these Sappers will go over the wall, and that is going to be down to 16 in HP as another fight breaks out here. Li Ming, Genji do go down. Didn't think that was going to happen right there. Hogger finds a pretty decent bounce near Diablo. Greymane has that center teleport to be able to get back over here a little bit faster. Uh-oh, Vikings, Vikings, Vikings. You got to be careful here. 3 of them together are a bit scary. Condemn. There's a leap from the Vikings as well. Sven will lose 2. He did split his Eric off at the right time. Triple altar phase is coming up. Hogger's going to get the staggering blow into Diablo. Little vertical bounce going on right now. He's hoping to maybe split off to the side. Easy throw dynamite. Lays out the Eric. We have 6 shots into the core of Vinland Raiders from bottom and top left. Currently have Greymane hearthing out of bottom, it looks like, on our mini-map. Ren with the potential channel as I get another band snipe immediately.
This and mine alone.
I am not a robot. I do have some great deals on Amazon for you. Just send me your SSN in chat. Don't do that, chat. Don't do that. You know who does have really good? You know who does have really good deals? You know who does have really, really good deals? Corsair. Exclamation Corsair to get yourself over to the website. Check out the amazing deals Corsair has. That bot also messaged me. What if that actually is someone's social security number, though? Like, it's like, there's no way someone's social security number would just be all the same number. It's, okay, this is kind of brilliant. 2 HP, by the way, 2 HP. So a little bit of damage thrown out. We'll take that down. Viking gets a jump. Uther wants the kill. They won't find it. Hey, Nancy, what's up, bud?
Do get ready.
I remember that scam where people claimed your account password gets automatically censored in chat. Hope you're feeling better today, Nancy. Hope you enjoyed the movie yesterday. It was a good time. It was a good time. Looking forward to the movie recommendation you gave us for August. And also we have Major Pain in August as well. I forgot about that. Double objective phase coming up here, top left and right. This is looking like a trade in damage. Death Knight gets the right side. Sven moving over to the left here with Eric. All heroics are available except for Curse Blow, but it was just used, actually. Brightwing phase shifts in. That's going to be a good bounce and Shockwave from Hogger. But Diablo's able to get the Hellgate and the Blink Heal from Brightwing away in time. Chromie, once again, the first time is completed. Sven on the left-hand side with this Eric is trying to get away, trying to harass a little bit. He's going to walk into a heck load of damage and does go down. So now what's the game plan? I did see the boss get tagged once or twice by Greymane, but it looks like he's just tagging it here and there. Li Ming will get the bottom lane back over with the help of Genji, but it still will be, as I mentioned, traded shots. Granted, 12 to 19 in core HP currently. 7-point difference between these two teams. Diablo goes in with a Shadow Charge. Arcane Orb, 360 Lightning Breath, which is canceled early as the Divine Shield is applied to the Greymane. X-Strike from Genji. Denies damage onto the Chromie as she's able to activate her timeout. Big shield out from the Johanna as there will be a kill onto the Olaf there. Blinded by the light for the Johanna. She activated that to help out that Chromie. Arcane Orb does not connect. Johanna steps in. No subdone, but she had the slow. Chromie, decent damage. Can they find a kill other than a Viking? Bottom lane bell tower does go down and Greymane continues to try and chase in. No hard CC from anyone here as the repulsion pushes people around. Another storm shield from the Johanna, a condemn as well. On top of that subdue as we have a huge Arcane Orb connection onto Greymane. That's a reset for Li Ming. Ultralisk wants another reset. Will find it. Uther has the golden swirl. Top right bell tower is grabbed by Greymane, or by Hogger. Tower shots onto Skog, but looks like we have our Uther respawning. Uh-oh, tower shots on the Nano. X-Strike breaks that connection. Top left, right, bell towers are up again. Same bell tower phasing from before. Ren so very... Welcome back, everybody, into the Raven Court Team League playoff. We're here in the upper bracket semifinals. We just had a massive internet drop, and it's just, ugh, just such a bummer. I hate it. We'll do our best to bounce back mentally, but we have a Garden of Terror map number 3. I believe Vinland Raiders won that previous map because in the Discord, the losing side often opts for first pick or map pick, and that will be adventure scripted by Holpaka going for a map pick or a first pick priority. So we'll have Garden Terror chosen by the side of Vinland Raiders. We have a Sylvanas, Maiev ban. We'll have what? What else will be removed here? The Vikings were pretty good in the last map. Garden of Terror is a pretty good map for Vikings as well. Could see them grabbed here. Diablo will be removed once again. Okay. What else are we gonna get rid of here? Could be seeing. Oh, I was gonna say maybe a Johanna ban. We have been seeing a lot of Johanna priority coming out from adventure scripted by Holpaka, but I mean they haven't been winning, so I guess it's not really what they're. Not something that the Vinland Raiders are afraid of. Should I take a picture of pasta sauce to cheer you up? Sure, go for it. By all means. Alright, Dahaka first pick for Garden Terror. I don't mind that. Good for camp clear, wave clear, rotations are strong. CC baseline is nice. Heroics are fantastic. First Dahaka of the day, if I'm remembering correctly as well. Still have another best of 5 coming up after this one. Falstad on the right, Bright Wing as well. So double, triple global around the map right now. We do have Dahaka grabbed on the left. Garden of Terror is not a bad map for Abathur. I mean, most maps are pretty good for him. Could be seeing an Abathur priority for a little bit of split push during the objective phasing. As I mentioned, Vikings are also an option. Don't know if they want to go into them instead of Vinland Raiders. They already have the double global. Left side, what do we want to pick up here with the Dahaka? Maybe a Muradin to land some CC? Nope. Gonna be a Johanna once again, but they get the Lucio popping up into all this. Ban phase wise. What are we gonna get? Get rid of the hypermobility of Tracer. Okay. So no Tracer. This is probably gonna be a tank ban, I would assume. I don't think they want to, unless there's a solo laner they don't want to deal with. And could get rid of Yrel or Leoric, but I think like a Muradin or a Garrosh band wouldn't be bad. Samuro. Did the stream crash? It did. It did. I tried to save it, but I couldn't. Falstad, Bright Wing, Hogger Stitches. Okay. They could Medivh this if they wanted. They could Medivh on the right-hand side. Big ol' kidnap composition. Wouldn't be too bad. Left side, what do they want to get here? They need 2 good damage dealers. Junkrat's available. I don't hate the idea of a Junkrat to be grabbed. Also, you deny that from Vinland Raiders because Junkrat with the Stitches works well together. Greymane Genji. What had to be rebooted? My stream, my router, my modem. Medivh is banned? No? Why would Medivh be banned? I'm glad it was just that, not a natural disaster. This is summertime in Tahoe. The only thing I gotta worry about is fires. There's the Junkrat. There's the Junkrat. That makes a lot of sense with the composition, but we'll see how it works out. We'll see how it all works out. Let's get into map number 3. Alright, so we're into map number 3. We have our Twitch gamble going on. We have our right side team of Vinland Raiders, Sven on the Hogger, Nano on the Junkrat. We'll have an Ultralisk, Falstad, Death Knight, Brightwing, and Skog to play the Stitches. On the left-hand side, this is going to be adventure scripted by Holpaka. We've got a My Dahaka. Mariel playing your Gray main. We'll see a Ren, Lucio, Hopaka, Johanna, and Lim on the Genji. Loser of the series goes down to the lower bracket semifinal coming up next. So we could be entering into the lower bracket semifinal after this map. We'll find out. Get your gambles in. Here we go. Map number 2. Map number 3 in this best of 5 series. I know someone down red as I got here, trying not to take it personally. Oh, I really hope you don't. I hope you don't. Zombies? You're always worried about zombies? If the zombie apocalypse happened, we're all doomed. You know how in movies where you're like, how could this happen? How could everyone be this collectively dumb and not listen? And then we had COVID, and we're like, oh, that's how it happened. Okay. Okay. If there was a zombie apocalypse, we're doomed. We're doomed as humanity is doomed. Oh, if you stuck around after the stream drop, I appreciated it. If you didn't, I'm sorry. I have no control over these things. Genji dives in. Ultralisk is gonna get hit with some deflect damage, but no kill. No kill onto Falstead. Smooth move, Lucio level 1. Viciousness Gray main. We'll also be seeing that enhanced agility Dahaka. Auto attack build for the Falstead. Hyper shift for Brightwing as a polymorph onto Dahaka. Pushes him back. At least forces him back. Yeah. Yeah, bathroom, I agree. Yeah. Concussion Mine goes down on the ground. Gray main split from that. Currently have Lucio wall riding around. Decent damage onto a few enemies in top lane. Hopaka getting a little low, but no kill to be found. First seed will be spawning in the bottom right of the map. Soundwave Lucio, level 4. The off the wall right there. Hogger, nice little no control, seemingly in full control. Concussion Mine moves the Siege Giants into tower range. Those will be cleared out, and our seed is up in 5 seconds. Genji players moving away from Shuriken Mastery level 4. I feel like Genji players are practicing for the upcoming patch or something. I don't know. It's just very interesting to see. Second Genji game of the day. Different Genji player going for this slightly different build. A Swift Strike build, if you will. So no Garden Terror Seed to be contested yet. It's spawned on the map, but, I mean, Hogger's currently chilling in top. Dahaka's brush stalking up here. Staggering Blow. Doesn't find the stun. And Dahaka clears out the wave. Just waiting. Waiting. Hopaka steps into the bush, has the Condemned, tries to get the dismount onto Junkrat, has to use the shield glare for that. Genji jumps up. Oh, tower shots. I thought that the actual fort tower there was going to find one more projectile into this Genji, but not the case. Gray main. Oh, 69 HP, but Falstead flies in and lands the hammering. First blood over the side of Vinland Raiders as our gamble will close. Hogger in mid, just pushing up a Siege Giant wave into the Johanna. Falstead starts clearing out these sappers on the right side of the map. And we have 10 talent here almost here, so we'll cycle through the numbers. One delay, a hook onto Johanna. Condemned from Johanna as well, pulling Junkrat in, but he continues to apply grenade after grenade into Lucio. And the main tank, a phase shift into top lane from Brightwing to bolster Sven's HP as it's 2v2 up here now. Genji a little bit low. Hogger, he's looking for a vertical-ish bounce. Gets back over to the fort front gate for safety. Dahaka lands a drag. The Soothing Mist allows Hogger to back away. And our second seed will be spawning here in the top center of the map.
Are you ready for it?
Alright, minion wave being cleared out. Lucio with the reverse amp, harassing on a Junkrat a little bit. As I mentioned, that seed spawning in the top center of the map. We'll have 10s up in a moment. Half a level to go for both teams. Genji able to get the Hearth out of here through mid to get full HP. No delays onto him from the enemy since they're all around the objective looking for that second of 3 seeds. Staggering blow into the wall. Dahaka. Lurker Strain value comes through. They're looking for Junkrat. Nano should go down and will. Phase shift from Brightwing helping out that Stitch's health bars. He did, I believe, tap well. He's got some healing over time. Greymane gets the channel. It's 1-1 in seeds. The fight does continue with 10 talents here popping up on both sides. An immediate gorge onto the Dahaka. I don't know if Lucio can help out his friend here. Lurker Strain, they take out the side wall. High five from Lucio. And reverse amp activated. Looks like that'll be Dahaka able to brush stalk away. Falstad flies in, gusts away a few enemies. Tries to take down the Greymane who lands the cursed bullet. And shurikens from Genji are enough to take him down. High five from Lucio once again. Riptire's not going to get a kill, but it does threaten the health bar of Lucio a little bit there. High five, cursed bullet, isolation, Dragon's Blade, and the Blessed Shield. On the opposing side, it is going to be Shockwave, Blink Heal, Gorge, Gust, and Riptire. Dahaka down in bottom lane, pushing things up onto the fort right now. Lunge from Greymane into the Brightwing and top lane. Greymane starts clearing things out. Phase shift from Brightwing down over to the bottom. Helps out this Junkrat who was being threatened by Genji Dahaka. But no kill still. 2-1 in kills. Objective phase in the bottom left. Could be 2 out of 3 seeds for one of these teams, or it will be. Camp will be, or objective phase channeled. No delay onto Greymane. All right. 1 seed away for the side of Adventure scripted by Holpaka, who are trying to rally in this best of 5 series. They'd like to not be dropped down to the lower bracket. Which is, by the way, coming up next, our lower bracket semifinal. 1 team will be eliminated today. Genji with a couple deflects here. Rotation into top lane from Hogger, but I don't think he's going to be able to find the Genji in time. Or maybe, well, steps into the bush. Hogger's still chilling over here. Seed spawning on the top left as we head over down to bottom lane. Good siege continues with the Bruiser camp over here. Curse bullet connecting onto Skog. Chunks the health bar of Stitches. Genji coming in as well, looking for big pressure in the bottom lane. 13 talent here, almost here. We'll see what Genji's going to go into. If it's still going to be Shin Gun or if we'll have a different level 13 for our Genji players. His build is slightly different here. Got Ferocious Stalker for our Dahaka. Still going to be Shin Gun, Heavy Casters. No control, or the Pummel for Hogger. So you have the Serrated Edge as well as the Meat Hook for our Stitches. Ripper Air, though, for the Junkrat to get around the map a little bit faster. Blessed Hammers on the Johanna, which is another good way to delay out the objective phasing. Sappers are cleared away. Holpaka won't be stunned up against the wall from Hogger's staggering blow. Falstad Dahaka still chilling in top lane. Dahaka on 5 stacks of enhanced agility. He's got mount speed for 5 seconds after tapping a bush, and he can go a little bit faster than that, as it looks like Hogger does get the 2nd seed for his team. 4th seed overall going to the members of Vinland Raiders, and it's going to be next seed spawning Garden Terror for one of these two sides. 1 fort's gone down in bottom lane, favoring the members of Adventure scripted by Holpaka. Next seed will be a neutral position in the bottom center, but as I mentioned, that bottom fort's gone, so the safety retreat path from our red team is not available. I think Ultralist did see quite a few enemies in top and is able to just back away and play to a safer positioning. Dahaka floating around over here, looking to find an enemy hero, sees the Stitches. Junkrat goes right over his head. Uh-oh, Stitch is a little split from his friends. Here comes the phase shift. Good gust from Falstad. Creates some space as a hook, Gorge onto Greymane. Riptire doesn't have enough damage to push away some enemies. Can he get behind the the key front gate? No, but it's close enough, and Stitches sets up the kill into Greymane. Is there a counter kill? That's a great concussion mine onto Dahaka as he will be split from his allies. A nice hook right there. Dahaka does go down. Iron Skin activated. Lucio with the reverse amp or the speed boost. And Falstad flies in, though. He wants the kill. Will he get punished for it? Almost. Genji with the Dragon's Blade. Polymorphed into a squirrel. 20-something HP is the lowest I saw Ultralisk go as Lim has to back away. What's up, Cordless? How you doing, bud? Happy Saturday, everybody. Thanks for coming by the stream. Had a little internet hiccup, so unfortunately had to reset there, but we're doing our best to bounce back. Speaking of bounces, Hogger is going to spin through a few enemies. Decent damage. Curse Bullet going into Sven, I do believe. The Garden Tear phase will be summoned by Vinland Raiders as Dahaka does go down first. Riptire from Junkrat onto Hopaka. Polymorph as well. Falstad gets the kill. The hook is so close to getting an enemy, but it does manage to land onto a catapult. Top, mid, and bottom have Garden Tears pushing in, and this is going to be a whole heck load of damage as Falstad and friends continue to pressure through this bottom lane wave. They take down the Genji. Shockwave. Dense Blasting Powder, good high five from Lucio, denies the CC. And also provides a little bit of healing, but that will be Garden Terror into bottom lane, taking down the fort. Junkrat moves into mid, Falstad flying up to top lane. Triple fort destruction, favoring the side of Vinland Raiders, who want to make this a 3-0 series. And they've got the trajectory to do that right now with this massive objective phase gain. Hook being attempted, no connection. Shield Glare goes out. Falstad, maybe he's looking for a Flight Gust. He's got Gust. Oh, no, he doesn't have Flight available. Probably like 20-second cooldown currently. 38 seconds to go on that. Whoa, that hook. It was almost getting a Genji right there. Gorge is available. But either way, Shield Glare into the bush discovers the Hogger. Johanna activates Iron Skin. They can't get the camp back, but it looks like they want the fight. Gorge onto Johanna. Polymorph onto the Dahaka. Gust from Falstad pushes them away. Shockwave from the Hogger. Big damage onto Hopaka as he does go down. Now Dahaka looking for the isolation. Misses it onto the enemy. Lucio with the Sound Wave gets the interrupt onto the Riptire right there. Currently have Falstad barrel rolling in. Auto attack damage is good, and Greymane goes down. A hook onto Dahaka. He falls. Genji trying to get a counter kill. 11 HP on Nano as Falstad Lightning Rod will take him down. Lucio does not get the kill onto the Junkrat. And what is the call right now? Good siege is available through mid. Falstad flying in. Did he go? No, he doesn't even have 20 yet, so never mind. I think we're looking at a 3-0 here, chat. It's looking like this is going to be a 3-0 favoring the side of Vinland Raiders. They are going to punch their ticket to the upper bracket final for tomorrow morning and drop the crew of Adventure scripted by Hopaka down into the lower bracket semifinal coming up next. Though I say all that, and it doesn't look like there's going to be an end just yet. Core shielding has been dropped, but no actual permanent damage. Huge burst onto the Johanna. The Lucio goes down as well, and that right there looks like it will be the beginning of the end. Siege Giants are here. Genji jumps in with a swift strike deflect. He can't find much. Hogger's on core. Shockwave goes out. I don't think it connected onto anyone. Greymane looking for the damage needed to take down Sven, and will be able to do so. Riptire from Junkrat gets some decent damage. Auto attacks from Falstad still raining in, and he's at 50% HP. Junkrat tries to find the last bit of damage with the help of Death Knight, and that will be map number 3 to Vinland Raiders. GG, well played. They take a 3-0. All right, let's get set up for our final best of 5 of the day, lower bracket semifinal. If you're having a good time in the stream, be sure to drop a follow. Definitely consider subscribing. We have dropped more subs today, unfortunately. But we do have a sub goal. If we can hit it, much appreciated. But yeah, definitely sub. Let's get set up for our next best of 5. Final best of 5 of the day.